tragic turn, the heartbreak and shock following Bryan Kohberger's guilty plea. The decision by Bryan Kohberger to admit his guilt in the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students in November 2022 has left his childhood friends both reeling and struggling to come to terms with the reality of his actions. These friends from Pennsylvania watched the case unfold, surprised that Kohberger, who had once been a close friend, chose to plead guilty to avoid a death sentence. "I have to be honest, I really struggled yesterday," shared Casey Arntz, 32, in a text. Did he ever feel these urges before? Could he have thought about hurting me or my friends? Did our friendship somehow protect us from this fate? Casey and her brother Thomas grew up in the Pocono Mountains, surrounded by nature and a small circle of friends, including Kohberger. As they reminisced about their youth, they recalled a young Kohberger who, despite his awkwardness, showed intelligence and humor. However, a drift occurred during high school when Kohberger fell into drug abuse, eventually overcoming heroin addiction. Their friendship slowly faded and they had lost contact over the years. The dramatic arrest of Kohberger at his parents' Pennsylvania residence in December 2022 sent shockwaves through the group. Transitioning from being the thoughtful yet socially awkward friend, Kohberger now faced accusations of committing a shocking quadruple murder in another state. The victims, Madison Logan and Kaylee Gonzalez, both 21, and Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin, both 20, had each sustained numerous life-threatening injuries at a residence on King Road in Moscow, Idaho. Prosecutor Bill Thompson detailed how Kohberger's admission of guilt came to light in court. Kohberger's court admissions confirmed what they had feared. He did indeed use a large fixed-blade knife purchased online through Amazon to commit the killings. Later, Kohberger relocated to Pullman, Washington, to continue his PhD studies at Washington State University, carrying the knife and the sheath containing his DNA with him. In making his guilty plea, Kohberger opted for life imprisonment instead of facing a potential death penalty. His plea means he will spend his remaining years behind bars without the possibility of parole or appeals, with sentencing set for July 23rd. Donna Jozwiak, Kohberger's high school counselor, expressed her astonishment. "I really hoped he wasn't the person responsible for this." She added her wish for Kohberger's family and the victim families to find peace and healing, despite the grim situation. She raised the profound point. Will we ever truly understand why this happened, or whether Kohberger feels any remorse for his actions? A final farewell to a troubling chapter. For Jack Bayless, another friend, the guilty plea clarified the situation. "You wouldn't admit to it unless you were involved," he said. He expressed disappointment that Kohberger, who had overcome his struggles, seemed drawn to understanding criminals in a personal way, as if to see if he could comprehend what drove a killer's mindset by living it himself. Emotions ran high across the board, and for many, this case was a landmark moment, one that affected their perspectives on justice and human nature. It's hard to imagine what led Kohberger to make such irreversible decisions, ones that have left a lasting impact on everyone involved. And so the question remains, what truly motivated these horrendous acts? Could we ever fully grasp the complexities of such tragedy? Let's keep the conversation going. What do you think driven someone to commit such heinous acts? Share your thoughts below.